dreams about the West and started to roam. 6 long months on a dust-covered trail. They say heaven's at the end, but so far it's been hell. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. We were digging and shifting 5 to 5, selling everything we found just to stay alive. Gold flowed free like the whiskey in the bars. Sinning was the big thing, Lord, and Satan was a star. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And blood lined the streets. Men were shot down for the sake of having fun, or just to hear the noise of their 44 guns. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. Now my widow, she weeps by my grave. Tears flow free for her man couldn't save. Shot down in cold blood by a gun that carried fame, all for the useless and no good, worthless claim. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there. And there's fire on the mountain, lightning in the air, gold in them hills, and it's waiting for me there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, 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 YouTubers and friends, how are all of you doing tonight? Glad to see the Flash fam back. I've missed you all. Tonight we have Ritchie from the YouTube channel Madison Maine. You can also find him over on TikTok. And I'm not sure what other multimedia sites, but we'll be sure to find out. Jesse's back from Texas, so last part of the show we'll probably get into some things about Jesse and I in the past couple of weeks. We have Ritchie for about an hour tonight. So, without any more stalling, you know what I'm going to say next, right? Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hey, YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining us for another episode of Tuesday Night Hangout Live with ToledoJess, Dano, and I.
Yeah.
Well, unless it directly involves prospecting, metal detecting, rock hounding.
Oh, there is. I guess. Um, Shannon won some kind of won some kind of console seat in California here recently.
Yeah.
Councilman or something. Cool. Hey,
for his area.
Yeah, well, that's what it takes, right? Everybody in their own little areas start taking back.
That might help with the several $100,000 worth of fines he has at them.
Yeah, I'm sure that might have something to do with it. I don't know, but so he won anyway. So
yeah. I guess it would concern us more if we lived there, but we have visited there and prospected.
It still does concern us because how it is. Goes California, it goes spreads across the country.
Yeah. Well,
Like
we
a
have
virus.
all kinds of great people in here.
Oh yeah, let's see. What we got here? Of course, I see Ohio Relic Hunter. What's up? Gold Pro Unlimited.
Tom, Lawrence, our Aussie friend Brad and Bacchus. Vendetta, how you doing, Michael? I
Kiggery.
could have swore I saw my friend in here. Ohio River History just hopped in for a minute. Still here, Shane?
Finding Alabama. Welcome, Guido.
Hello.
Yeah, Jigger.
Home Zoo and Prospecting. Hello. Bigfoot Prospecting. Chillin' and Grillin' Avengers with Dan B. Smith's Gold. Jeff. Two Toes. If you're out there lurking, we love our lurkers.
I thought I saw. Didn't I see the world's greatest moderator in here?
You sure did.
Jaron.
Mr. Lodak. DF Diggers
Grill Adventures with Danny B. Welcome.
and
Home Zoo
Guido. It's okay. I understand you go to bed early. You're an old man. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning by the time I got to bed that night.
Yeah, and I was hoping to hook up with a few people down there, but it was cold and rainy, and we brought Ohio weather down to Houston with us. So, but that's for next week. Tune in next week, and we'll have a great time.
Vendetta Prospecting, 20-month member. Happy Thanksgiving, he says. Thank you, Vendetta.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
David Villa.
Bigfoot prospecting. David, what's up?
Oh, David, sorry I didn't say hi to you during the auction if I didn't. I didn't even really notice you were in the chat till I was re-watching it Sunday. B3 Relic Recovery. How you doing, buddy? Yes, Mr. Lodak, I know I said I didn't want to rewatch it, but there was something in my paperwork that I didn't sit right with me, so I rewatched it to make sure it was okay. Well, we only have our guests for a little while tonight.
Right.
So I want to subject him to our torture as much as possible within that little time frame we have.
I'll pin his butt up there.
So I'm gonna give you full screen, Rich. Hope you brought your A game, buddy.
I do too.
Yeah. Hope you brought your A game to this B show.
Right. Well, we need someone to give it some class.
Yeah. Yeah, because we know we can't spread it.
Everybody, if you don't know Ritchie from Madison, Maine here on YouTube, Madison, Maine, flash bam, Madison, Maine.
And I'm here to make sure you are entertained for this hour.
That's right. That's right. So I don't want to hear no stuff out of any of you that you weren't entertained, because we have Ritchie with us tonight to make
Right,
sure.
so pay attention.
And for those who aren't familiar with my channel, I kind of have that in my intro. Are you not entertained? It's something that came from, I was out in the cornfield one time. I dug a couple coppers. So I put the camera up and I go, "Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Isn't that why you're here?" It kind of got popular, and so that's what I'm known for.
We have a commenter in the room, Richie. His name is Are You Not Entertained? And he goes, who? I bet you could guess who he is.
His initials are MT.
Oh, I'm 99.9% sure it's the man of a million YouTube channel names.
Mr. Mark Thomas.
Mark Thomas. Hey, Ron for the Hills, how you doing?
Ron, what's up, Ron? My buddy Ron.
Never heard of him. Yeah, okay, Mark.
Yeah. I never heard of him either.
No. Yeah, you can tell by his avatar. He never changes his avatar, though.
He just changes the name.
I see my digging
partner, welcome.
I see my digging partner DF Diggers in the chat.
Oh,
Easy
yeah,
Diggers in here.
Been here for a minute.
Welcome.
I'm being attacked by my granddaughter, so I need to give her center stage for 1 second. Say hi to everybody.
That seems to be a thing now, huh?
Apparently.
Yeah.
They're
got our own
they're they're all
segment on the
waving
show.
at you. Here, let me get you some bubble wrap, kid.
Boxes and bubble wrap, huh?
Go drive grandma nuts. Don't pull down my strings. Oh.
Uh,
Hey, Liz. Good to see you.
Hey, Digging Canuck, Liz.
Liz.
Yeah, and I believe a couple years ago you wrote Liz a song, didn't you?
No, I was th- on her Thursday night live stream. She used to run a little intro. Used
Right.
to be the Bat Stacker. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, the bat
And that
stacker.
was me.
Ah, you're the bat stacker.
Yeah, yeah.
Hurt Radio made it a little late. We'll deduct it.
All right. I've always wondered who the bat stacker was, but I thought you composed a little like intro song for
Maybe I did. No, I think it
years
was somebody
ago.
else, Ed. I
Hmm.
don't think I did a song for Liz.
Hmm.
I may be wrong. Maybe my memory's failing me, but Liz was
Oh
able to
no,
tell you.
his identity was compromised. Oh no. The bat stackers. All right, all of you are sworn to silence. You
Now,
don't know the true identity of the bat stacker.
now the Bat Stacker channel, I was starting to stack silver, and so I wanted to have a channel separate from my metal detecting channel. So I said I'll start a brand new channel. We'll have some fun with it. So I created the Bat Stack character, and there's a handful of videos still on YouTube, but I haven't done anything with it in a couple of years. It just sits there.
How long you been doing YouTube?
Oh, since about 2010. So that's what, 12
Quite a
years?
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
I didn't start out metal detecting though.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna ask you, how'd you start? What did you start off doing? Just
I
recording day-to-day stuff?
back when I started was when you could do anything. There was no copyright
Oh
this, or you couldn't use that, or so I made music videos.
Oh, okay,
I capture video clips of different things, and I
right.
put somebody's music to it, and I was just doing that, just messing around. Then I saw these guys metal detecting on YouTube, and so there was Adventures with Jim. Have you ever heard of him? He was around back then.
I
His
think
channel's gone
so.
kind of crazy these days, and there was another channel, Treasure Fiend,
Hmm.
but he doesn't put out videos anymore. I saw these guys, it gave me the itch to get out and try it. So I ordered me a Yared AT Pro, and off we went, metal detecting.
Aha. And so they influenced you and took off like a rocket.
Yeah. I gotta admit, my earlier videos were pretty rough. I cringe when I watch them. If I
Don't
go
we
back and look at
all?
them.
Don't we all? I look at my stuff from '08 and I'm like, oh, why haven't I made those private or something or unlisted? Ooh.
I've gone back and I've started unlisting videos. I'm just cutting it back each year to like a handful of good ones. I haven't quite gotten to the beginning yet, but
Whatever
I've
you do,
started.
don't delete them.
I don't.
And I think you lose watch time too. Liz might know the answer if you make them private too, but if you unlist them, you still keep the watch time.
I don't really care much about that
Gotcha.
anyway.
Yeah,
Right.
she just says you private videos, you lose views. So you just unlist them, and that way you still keep your views.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So-
I unlist them.
What's up, Brian? Brian, our
Oh,
American
don't you
Gold
start,
Prospector.
Brian. Mike, what the hell you doing? Don't make me take away your wrench, Mr. Gold Rush.
And then Vandetta just following like a sheep.
Oh
Come
no,
on.
not you too, Mark Thomas.
Now, then I started metal detecting. Of course, start out in the schoolyards and places, public places like that in the park,
Right.
because you don't know where to go or where to start. So I did that for a while, and there was this guy. He come up to me one time. He goes, actually, he was kind of watching me from his truck for a little bit. And I was like trying to ignore him. I could see him there. And
Right.
he comes up to me and he goes, "Yeah, can I pick your brain a little bit?" And I didn't. I mean, I was just starting. I was no
Yeah,
expert
okay,
in
but
metal
yeah,
detecting.
right. I would have gone, yeah, sure, but my brain's pretty smooth on the subject, so let's try.
Well, he had two metal detectors in the back of his truck. He had an Ace
Oh.
250 and a Bounty Hunter or something or other. And he said, "Well, what do you know about these?" I said, "Well, that Ace is supposed to be pretty good from what I know." And then it ended up, I'd show up at a schoolyard, metal detecting, I'd look across the field, that guy would be there. Next time I go out somewhere, that guy would show up. So he kind of became like the competition who always shows up every time I metal detect.
Ah.
But in the end, he became my good friend Kelly, who's in a lot of my videos.
Is that DF?
No, DF. I met DF a few years later.
Okay.
Oh, Kelly's the guy with the big beard. We called him the bearded wizard once in a while.
Oh,
He's in my videos.
okay.
Anyway, that's how I got to meet him. And then years later, DF Digger got in touch with me, and so I went over and met him. We metal detected the fairgrounds over his way. He's about an hour away from me. And then he started metal detecting in the river and was starting to find some good stuff. And he invited myself and my friend Kelly over, and we've been river hunting in the summers ever since.
Nice. So do you specialize in a particular treasure, like coins or jewelry or relics, or you just grab it all?
Well, we'll take coins and jewelry if we can get them, but mostly after relic items. And typically, what we want to find in the water is pewter items. That's like what we're looking for.
What kind of items?
Pewter.
Pewter.
Pardon the Maine accent. Pewter.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
pewter.
Yeah, he said
Yeah, the
pewter.
metal pewter. Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of things you find in the water there? Pewter there. I mean,
Well-
like cups and things.
You can find like this.
Yeah.
Pewter,
Oh,
this
nice.
pewter sugar bowl. It's all
Very cool.
kind of beat up from the river. Just come out of the
Uh-huh.
river. Or you could find like this pewter
Oh.
serving dish.
That's cool.
Oh, nice. You think those are colonial?
Now that most of them are like early 1800s to early 1900s, in that range when pewter was popular. And here's my favorite.
Oh, nice.
My tankard I just dug like a few weeks back.
It's a taker. What's the etching? What I see some kind. I can't really make it
Yeah,
out.
Let's see if I can get the light better. Is that better or worse?
No,
It's
too
a
much light.
glare on it now.
Can you describe it? Just see.
It's like a floral.
Oh, it's
pattern.
floral. Okay, it's
Yeah.
floral. For some reason I don't know. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Nice.
So, are you finding that all that in one particular area? Was there like maybe a shop there at one time, or?
Well, these items here I found that in the Kennebec River this last year, and there's an island there just below the local town. So the river has carried these items that far
Down.
down, and they get
Yeah.
stuck in the sand.
Right.
and
Right. Okay.
Or if you get another big flood, maybe they carry further down the river.
So do you have any idea from like, well, I guess something like that would have to come from maybe a homestead or something like,
Yeah.
or do you think it
Yeah.
came from a dump? Think it was something
No,
they threw away,
It-
or maybe
prob-
got. Go
my
ahead.
guess is it got something that's got tossed away because they used to, when they get done with stuff way back
Right.
when, they used to toss it down the river banks or what have you. They used to dump in
yeah.
the rivers a lot.
Right. Like for me, I find something like that, and I don't know about you, and I'm sure some other people do too, but wondering, why is it there? How did it get there? What got it there? What's the story behind it, right? So it's always.
I know some of the pewter I find over with DF Digger, he's got a story where there was an old opera house that burned down. And it
Uh-huh.
just basically pushed everything right into the river
Wow.
after it burned. This was like 1900 or 1901. So
Yeah, the EPA wasn't around back then, so yeah.
but my favorite things to find are military items. And I got some unique ones here. Hopefully they'll show in the light. See this powder flask?
Was that what that is?
Ooh.
Yeah. Military. I've seen others dig these, but nobody's positively identified the age of it, whether it's Civil War or before that or after that. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody else, everybody in the chat room was talking about, yeah, it could be a wagon dropped, lighten the load, people building too close to the river, floods took them, sad face. Creek washed out
Is
dumps.
that a
Creek
buckle?
washes,
Yep, that's a belt buckle.
it sure is.
1825 to 1835 militia, common buckle. One of my favorite military finds.
Yeah,
Nice,
It's
nice.
got all the
yeah, right, relic pouring, man. Early.
I'll throw you in a coin, just
Oh.
one coin.
Uh-oh.
I found this in the river last year. Not a gold coin, but it's a Morgan silver dollar.
Hey,
Nice.
I like Morgans. I like me
Not-
Morgans.
Yeah. Hey, JP. JP Lonzamore in the house.
Now this here is a U.S. buckle, but it's what they call a baby buckle. It's the 1839 model. They made them smaller in 1839, and this very well could have been used during the Civil War because, of course, they used stuff a lot longer than when it was just made. But found this on my neighbor's front lawn.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Drumsy Tech says bucket lister.
Yeah.
And then David Villa says, boy, does he rack up the points early. You're talking about porn points. Oh, nice watch.
Did we lose Ed?
He's blocked for a minute. I mean, he's muted. He's trying to get back. Okay. Are we back on now? Okay.
Were we not on for a few minutes?
Yeah. From the belt, from the buckle, the whole attack.
Oh, okay. Okay, you saw the buckle.
Yeah, but I gotta refresh it again.
Okay,
Oh,
what we have here is a grave marker for a Freemason. This was probably wiped out by the floods, washed down the river where I found it. Dennis actually has the other half of this that he had found. I'll go back to this. Here's a 1914 Maine license plate tag. You there, Ed? Okay. And I found this hunting with Dennis in a stream.
You seem to find a lot in the waterways.
Yeah. This was actually something I threw in the bag, thought it was trash, and then cleaned it up at home later and discovered it was something good.
Huh. That's always a nice surprise, huh?
Now, my neighbor next door, his property and probably my property was part of his uh, way back. And it used to be an old car dealership in the early 1900s. And so I find stuff that pertains to car dealerships. And these are two Oldsmobile print plates for advertising that I found on my neighbor's property.
Oh, cool. That's really cool.
That I think that's everything that I gathered for treasure porn
Oh
today.
no,
Oh, no.
you blew your wad already?
I can grab more. I got it all around me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Our,
good.
our audience is a bunch of treasure porn addicts, let me
You're
tell
right.
you.
I do love
Vendetta
treasure porn.
prospecting, really awesome finds, man.
Yep, absolutely. Good
Drum
stuff.
detect, Joel, cool stuff. DF, Ritchie is a certified water hunter now.
DF has seen all this stuff.
Yeah, Easy Digging says there's definitely lots of relics here in Maine. Well, there would be. It's a lot older area than like where we are. So that more
what's-
years of history.
And like Brad from Australia says, Ed, there is a lot of stuff in the water. Oh, yeah. And a lot of the pagans used to put sacrifices in the water, depending what they're sacrificing. Could be weapons, gold, bodies, all kinds of stuff.
Whatnot.
And you always find like a bone, and you kind of wonder, is it a human bone or not? But I don't
Right.
really want to know.
Right, right.
Hopefully I never find like a skull, something that I would.
Something that's definite, right?
Yeah. Anything else you can toss aside? Yeah, that's a deer bone, or that's a moose
Yeah,
bone,
that's
or
a deer
whatever.
bone.
Definitely. That'd be kind of, eh.
Now,
eh.
we got like a certain season for every type of metal detecting up here. In the spring, you hit the cellar holes before the foliage comes up,
Right.
and then we hit the water in the spring, late spring and summertime. So we do almost exclusively water hunts. Gets us out of the heat. Not many insects bother you out there. And then late in the fall, we got this lake that they drain every year. This is the third year that we've been hunting that. We've had pretty good luck there. And now there's a little bit of snow on the ground. The ground's starting to freeze in places, and I've been dump digging mostly lately.
So DF says they find some weird stuff. What's the weirdest thing you found? What he's got something in his chat room here, but I'm wondering if you're thinking that's the weirdest thing too. No, look.
I was gonna grab it.
The strangest thing you found.
He's gonna grab it right now.
About a 20 millimeter dummy round.
Oh, cool.
That's the strangest?
Well, I thought it was odd.
Oh, yeah, I could understand your point on that.
How did that get in the river?
Mm.
I mean, I probably dug something strange that I can't think of right off the top of my head.
Well, DF says casket plaque.
I
Plaques
dug
more
one.
than one.
He's dug the casket plaques. I haven't found any yet.
Oh, he included you in that, so he says
Yeah.
we found casket plaques in the river.
Rock Butcher's like, are you sure it's a dummy round?
Yes, because it's got identifying color tag around there, and plus there's no
Yep.
primer.
Ah, okay. Yes.
No primer.
Yes, Jim. It's a
I-
dummy round.
I looked up the numbers just to be sure myself.
Right? Hey, what's up, Tin Man? And Bob down east detecting and prospecting. What's up, buddy?
Oh, Bob's in here. Hey,
Mhm.
Bob. Good to see you, Mr. Drake. Is Oak Island off season now?
Ooh,
Well, that's usually when
but
he's in here this early.
I
yeah,
never really got into Oak Island or any of those shows like that.
yeah.
Yeah, neither did
After,
I. But our friend from Maine, down east detecting and prospecting, he's a Curse of Oak Island addict.
yeah, he loves that wood.
That show has had a lot of success, so there's a lot of people who like it.
Oh
Back when
yeah.
they started throwing metal detecting shows on TV, this probably what, 6, 7 years
Well,
ago.
they got Gary Drayden on there. Started watching him.
Yeah.
That's his last name, Drayden.
Gary Drayton. Yeah.
Yes, he's pretty cool, dude. Uh,
Yeah.
so I started watching his stuff.
I don't remember which one it was when they started the metal detecting show, but they were swinging. I think they were swinging Mind Labs, but they were making noise of a Gary. I
Hey,
was like, I just because they like that bell sound,
right.
obviously the people running the show wanted that sound in there, even though there was.
We've learned from talking to some of these people that have been on TV that that's all production.
Yeah.
That's all production. So you gotta take it with that grain of salt. It's
Well, I have to say a comment to Mr. Drake. Haven't we been screwing with your island time now for over 5 years? Why
something
stop now?
like
You must. Maybe it's a rerun tonight.
Maybe.
the hell does that mean? I'm lost. Rock Crusher. I stopped watching Oak Island 2 years ago. They have an hour-long show filled with commercials and spend a half hour going over what they done in the last week's episode.
I like on those shows and how they find something, and it's like something that I could find out back at my house here in the ground. Oh, this Billy the Kid must have lost this, or
Yeah, but they
so,
found it on Oak Island, so that makes a difference. Don't know what, but it makes a difference. At least the production it does.
well, it was the same with all those shows, even the Dig Fellows
Oh,
with
oh
Bill
yeah.
Ladd and the other guy there, Howard Hewitt.
Yeah.
It would take them and put them on some supposed historic place, and everything they found was all of a sudden part of the history of the site.
Location is key. That's right, DF. Jesse Bolt, Pocket, and Bobby Dizzler is
Gary
Gary
for
Drayton for good find.
Now I had this place that
are
was
those YouTube channels?
I don't know.
YouTube.
probably. Now I had this special place where I used to find coins, and it was a little cornfield. And I named it Cornfield Full of Old Coins. And I got booted out of there years ago. I had permission. See, the field's kind of connected. There's one cornfield, but there was a property line that ran down one, and I was in the wrong cornfield. And so I thought I was all set because I had permission for that one particular cornfield. I pull off, right in front of the farmer, the one that actually owned it. And he asked me what I was doing. I said, I'm a metal detector. I go, I have permission from farmer so-and-so. He goes, well, farmer so-and-so doesn't own this right here. You got to leave. So I ended up not being able to metal detect that anymore, but it's my own fault. I mean, I don't blame anybody but myself for being in the
Yeah.
wrong spot, but you know,
That happens, by accident, not like you're doing it on
I
purpose.
wasn't night hawking or anything like that. I
Right,
pulled
right.
right in front of the guy. He was
Right.
across the road, cutting the ditches back. Uh, I didn't-
DF wants me to ask you about the button stream. I believe that's the one I tell you to get a gold pan in.
you couldn't if you ran a gold pan in it, you'd be full of buttons.
Hey,
Hey,
one
that's
man's
so.
trash is another man's treasure. That'd be
Yes,
cool.
but Button Stream is a place Dennis and I kind of discovered. There used to be a woolen mill, and they used to pull the buttons off the. It was a woolen mill or a paper mill. They used to pull the buttons off the old coats and stuff, and recycle the fiber. So
We have
they dumped all the buttons in the stream.
well, there's a place that we used to go to in Indiana that ran next to an old place like that, but they would take the zippers off of the clothes,
Yeah.
zippers and buttons and everything, and they throw them in their dump. Happens to have a creek running through it, and it washes all these old zipper pieces out, and gold. So we find both.
Yeah.
Little zipper teeth.
Oh, you wouldn't believe how aggravating finding brass zipper teeth is when you're panning.
And
Richie, oh my God.
I don't know if I've ever found one of those metal detecting.
But
Yeah.
when you see them in your gold pan, you're thinking, oh, pickers. And then
Yeah,
you
right.
look at it, you're like, oh, that ain't gold, that's a zipper tooth. Ah.
They're really small, so they have to look at them really close to see them. But yeah, then once you see them all the time. My pans are full.
Yeah.
But it was the same thing. They would take the zippers and buttons off, and they would toss that and reuse the material. So yeah, the whole junkyard or chunk of it.
That button stream is also right full of aluminum. It's either siding or roofing.
Uh-huh.
There's chunks of that all through that stream, and they sound so good. So there's one side of the stream that the buttons seem to hug on one side and the aluminum on the other. So you just kind of stay to that other side.
Right.
Hey, Bob, how far are you away from Madison? Get this guy a gold pan, see if there's any buttons with those buttons in Buttons Creek. Now, what was the scariest time you ever encountered while you've been out doing any form of treasure hunting?
Well, I would almost have to say it was when the farmer booted me off the field, but I really haven't run into any animals or had any experiences that I could think of, and I haven't had any paranormal experiences either.
Well, that's good. So you also, before the show started, you mentioned that you bottle hunt also.
Yes, I've gotten into digging bottles, bottle dumping,
Mhm.
find other things, of course. I mean, I went out this afternoon and I didn't find any bottle that wasn't broken, but I did find a Oldsmobile Delta 88 token from like 1940s, probably 1950s. And I thought that was pretty neat.
Well, wait a minute. You were bottled up. You were bottled up digging, so you weren't using your metal detector.
No
So
metal
that just
detector.
so that just on the surface or something.
No, I see it when I put my rake in and rake some dirt. I saw it drop. So
Ah,
it was a different color, so I kind of eyeballed it, and we find marbles and other things too, other than bottles, because most of the bottles are broke in the
right.
dumps that I hunt anyway. You're lucky you go out and you spend 3 hours digging, you might have 2 or 3 bottles for your effort.
How many marbles have you found?
Well, this year, I think I counted them earlier. I think I got 13 and a half this year. And over the years, I've gotten quite a few.
Yeah,
I'd
so
probably,
have you researched marbles?
no, no, I
No?
haven't. I,
Uh,
my friend Kelly, he's right into marbles.
oh,
And
okay,
he knows a little bit about them. I show him and he tells me, yeah, that's a good one, or that's not a good one, or what have you. And
right. So have you found any like German swirls?
not that I know of.
Okay. Those are gonna be pre-World War II marbles. Very pretty marbles, totally different.
Yeah.
They look like little tornadoes inside the glass.
And we
It's
found
a swirl, just lines of swirls inside.
yeah,
Those could bring some good money, let me tell you. Find any of those.
we found clay marbles too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think those are worth as much.
Well, it's not, clay marbles were what you made when you didn't have money to buy real marbles, that's all that was.
Yeah,
And there was just as many of those being made because, people didn't have money, right?
yeah.
So yeah, clay marbles. I think that's what the natives used. Marbles that's a really old game.
Now, as far as Native American stuff, I really like to find an arrowhead or a point or something. Just hasn't happened yet. You know,
I've never found one walking a field, but I found two while panning.
oh, right in your pan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In my classifier. But those were nice surprises.
Yeah.
They're still talking about marbles.
Yeah, rock butchers is probably the ones he's lost.
When
Yeah, I'm
is it
sure.
once you start talking about marbles, that's all they want to talk about? Or?
Yeah, well, sometimes it goes that way. Yeah, sometimes it goes that way.
It's hard telling how these people go.
Oh, oh, mention an engine of a car or something. Watch it happen. No, don't do that. Uh,
I, I know on a lot of these live streams, people start talking about food.
oh yeah, don't get them going. Our chat room is pretty diverse. Lots of different characters in here. We love them all. Uh, have different, likes and dislikes. But that's what we like about this show. The older I get, the more marbles I lose. Yep. Rock rock butcher.
It's just like
You should have
when I
lost them all by now.
when I worked in a paper mill, we used to have a saying, it takes all kinds to make paper. I guess it takes all kinds to find treasure too.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
a lot of us, I would say the majority of people are treasure hunters. They just don't always follow through on that. But always, like Mr. Polster told us one time, we're all treasure hunters because you look at that bag that you're driving by and wonder what's in it. Going down the road, you see a bag full of stuff, and you go, I wonder what's in it. That's how you know you're a treasure hunter.
Now, can anybody in the chat walk through a parking lot without looking for change on the ground? Probably not.
Oh, I doubt
Dude,
it.
ever since I was I want to say I think 14 years old, walking through a parking lot, found an envelope with $300 in it. Yeah, I'm always looking on the ground. In fact, I don't have to be in a parking lot. Everywhere I look, I'm looking. Everywhere I'm at, I'm
I
looking on the
tend to
ground.
look for currency along fence lines. So
Yeah, that's a good
look,
spot.
I'll look along fence lines for paper money.
I I find myself walking when I go to Walmart, you park in the parking lot and you walk in one way, looking for change or what have you. Then I pick a different path for the way back just so I can look at it again for some more.
Yeah,
I'm sure
you
I'm not the
never
only
know.
one who does that.
Do you look down in the aisles? I'm looking in the aisles. People
Yeah, I
drop
do.
cash.
Yeah, I do.
About the Coinstar machine.
Oh, of course, Coinstar machines. Gotta check them.
I haven't had any luck with Coinstar machines.
Yes, he has.
I do. I find silver in there.
I
Doesn't take silver.
I had
I will.
one score on the Coinstar machine, and I still haven't figured out why. But I went to put my change in the hopper, but the hopper was full of change already. So I had like $30 worth of change that it was already in there.
Nice. Yeah, see, everybody does it too. It's not just you or I. Everybody's talking. Yeah, I'm always looking on the ground.
I knew they were. It's
Yeah, look, Moto Mining. I found $50 waiting in line for drinks at a club once.
now, can anybody walk by a penny in a parking lot without picking it up?
Oh no,
I'll
No.
pick up pennies.
I pick them up all the time. I look in cracks, all the cracks.
I like to look along snow piles. They melt in parking lots. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they pile them up this way. They pile them up at the end of the parking lot. It's like a big mountain.
Yep. Wait till it melts and go down there and look. That's where you'll find things like the coins, the jewelry, the rings, the earrings, that kind of stuff. All gets pushed. Car keys.
I was at Walmart not too long ago early in the morning when they first opened it up. I noticed that they had somebody going around picking up trash all around the parking lot, sweeping up areas and stuff. I imagine they find quite a bit of stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
GoPro Unlimited found $80 wrapped up in a receipt at a grocery store parking lot.
Wow.
There you go. I tend to look at like cigarette packs for people who put money in between the
Sure.
cellophane and
Yeah.
the pack.
Yep.
Because God, I know I'm like, dude, where'd that 20 go? Oh man, I threw away a pack of cigarettes. I bet you it's in that. But,
Yeah, I had a cousin in San Antonio that on Sunday mornings he would clean the parking lot at the local drive-in, and he'd find wallets, rings, watches, money. You know, that was fun. I did it one day with him. We were visiting. Come on, we're gonna go to the drive-in. Drive-in. Yeah, I cleaned up the parking lot. He picks up everything, you know, and keeps everything he finds. That was fun.
Not
That's
too many
sweet.
drive-ins around now.
No, we still have one here in Toledo. One, right? Just one. Yeah, we have one. They're here and there. They're a lot of fun.
We got one not too far from me, but I heard it's not going to open next year.
Oh, bummer. Another one down.
Ours was
Going-
gonna close, but they
Yeah,
got
ours-
the funding to keep it going, so.
Well, like ours is now showing not new movies. Oh, they're
No.
showing new movies too, but they're showing old movies over again, you know.
Mhm.
Some of the old movies that everybody likes, you know.
Yeah, this one was doing that too a little bit. It was kind of mixed. Some new movies and
Right,
Yeah.
right.
some weekends it would be the old movies.
Yeah, we got one drive-in, it's got 2 screens. They show 4 movies a night. So it's, you know, it's the only problem is now that you can't bring your own food anymore, and that sucks.
Why can't you?
Not allowed to. They want you to buy the food there, and they got people going around checking to see if you got
Oh my
food.
God.
Oh yeah, and they'll kick you out. They'll kick you out. Well, I mean, you think about it. You got
No
a
wonder they're all
family.
going out of business. They're chasing
Yeah, well,
customers
they
right out the
need to
door.
make better food.
that would help, wouldn't it?
They made better food, it would.
And if it
Didn't-
was cheaper,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Well, that was, like I said, that was a problem. Nobody was using the stands anymore, bringing their own food. I mean, we would do the same thing before we'd go. We'd grab a couple of pizzas, a 6-pack of pop, and we'd pay our ticket. They'd get in there and watch the movie and eat our own stuff.
I'm being reminded in the room, Richie, you're getting pretty well famous for your crap art.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, it's like a one-time deal. I'll create it, I'll take a picture of it, and then it's just crap. So I put it in the scrap bucket. That, are you there, Ed?
Oh, I'm here.
But
Okay.
listen,
Yeah. So on Thursday nights, Don and Shelley, they celebrate crap. So people were making little things out of their crap, sending in pictures, and they'll throw you on a wheel and they'll give a prize for whoever it lands on. And so I just started doing different things, and I got into it a little bit, and people really like it.
Huh. Cool.
I don't have anything physical that I can show you. All I have is the pictures of.
Some of your crap art, and you have swag, shirts and stuff with crap art on it.
Yeah, I do.
wait a minute. Wait,
I-
I'm not sure I'm hearing this. Are you saying scrap or crap?
Crap.
It could you could
Scrap,
you could
okay.
you could say scrap. 'Cause it
Okay,
ends up being
scrap,
scrap
scrap.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Take your junk finds that
Right.
normally you wouldn't. You just
Throw it in a
separate it
pile.
out and scrap it, and just create things like you make a dog, or you can make a windmill or lighthouse, or all kinds of different things. You just use your imagination with what you have, and
Right.
Kind of like what Kathleen Biffle does.
Right. But she glues to wood, takes her scrap and
Right.
attaches it to a medium.
yeah,
You want.
the photo is really the art here.
Yeah, right.
And I posted at the end of my video. A lot of times I'll take the stuff I find on that particular video, I'll put it on a table, and I'll say, all right, I'm going to make something. I don't know what I'm going to make, but I'll be right back. So I take whatever time I need to create. One time I
Right.
made a little drum set with a guy with a guitar and somebody on the keyboard. And it was a little punk rock band made out of crap.
Oh, it wasn't a metal band?
Now it was punk rock because I found a
Okay.
little thing that looked like a little red mohawk, and that's what gave me the
Oh.
idea. So I put that on the singer's head, so he had the red mohawk going.
My dog's been missing me for the last 3 weeks. She hasn't seen me, and she just won't leave me alone.
Not shorts, shirts. Rock Butcher, shirts, not
Yeah, if you-
shorts.
If you want to see, some of my crap art, go to Spring. It's called Spring. It used to be Teespring, and my store is Madison, Maine, and you'll be able to look at them. If you want to order one, you can order one.
Over at Teespring?
Yeah, it's called just Spring now, but it used to be called Teespring, Tee Spring.
Yeah.
Right.
I have some stuff over there also. So / Madison, Maine.
Brad Walsh says, scrap has value, crap is just crap.
Find any today?
Oh, yeah, so, you've been out here an hour. I know you said you needed to get going. We need to remind you.
Yeah.
So it's about that time, and now we gotta figure out something to talk to while we say goodnight to you.
Well, I'm gonna go take my meds, and then
Right.
I'll be on the side here for a little bit and see how it goes.
Okay,
It was good coming on with you guys. It was a
Well, we
lot of fun.
I
Appreciate having you.
appreciate it, Ritchie.
thanks, Ed, for including me. I like, I really appreciate it. Don't always get asked to do everything.
You wouldn't be able to. So that's probably a good thing.
Right.
All right. Good night.
Good night, Richie. Thanks again.
Later. So, what?
Need to resize box. Yeah. Okay. So how was your trip to Texas, Jesse?
Well, it was 3 weeks. Like I said earlier, man, it rained, it was cold. Houston had the coldest nights they've ever had in history, their weather history. Got down in the 30s, which is cold for Houston.
Right.
Yeah, so I didn't get to go. We didn't go. We were gonna go to Galveston. We didn't get to go there. It was cold, rainy, wet. I was gonna go to Lano to go do a little prospecting,
Right.
do some crevice scratching, and again, it was too cold. They didn't have heat or nothing there in the cabin, so we're old, cold affects us. So we just wound up pretty much just hanging out, trying to. We went out to dinner a lot. But I'll tell you, speaking of that, around Houston, you know how well me and Ruby were talking. I said, here at home, our choices are, what do you want this to go? You want Chinese? You want Mexican? You want, Indian or something like that.
Mhm.
Down in Houston, that's all that's there. You're hard pressed to find an American food restaurant
Other than fast food.
other than fast food, McDonald's, all that stuff everywhere. But it's taco trucks, donuts, Mexican restaurants, Chinese restaurants, donut shop, taco trucks everywhere. I mean, they have going down one road. They had a whole parking lot that had nothing but food trucks, and they looked like they were permanently parked there, working every weekend. It was a trip. We did go. Remember, I told you we were going to Renaissance Festival?
Yeah.
We did do that. I got some video of that. I think you
Show
saw
'em
the
what
one.
you got.
I think you saw the one video I sent to the boys. To all the
Yeah.
boys. You saw it, right? I have another one for next week for the show on here. It's another cool one. But my niece, I don't know why she picked this, but she picked this up for me. She should have got it for Ruby, right? I would have preferred the dagger. But back during the Renaissance, did you know that women weren't allowed to protect themselves? They weren't allowed to carry weapons. And
Really?
yeah, they weren't allowed to. They weren't allowed to carry weapons. And because most women sewed their own clothes, they devised their own weapon in the form of a pair of scissors.
Ah. Scissor
They
dagger.
couldn't be. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool little device, man. It's really cool. That's nice. And they would carry it along with on their belt with their other sewing stuff,
And that's just scissors. What do you mean weapon?
Yeah, right. This is my scissors. What are you talking? They literally took their scissors and beveled an edge on the outside. You know how the outside the scissors are normally flat
Yeah.
along here? these are sharp. I should have been doing that.
Oh,
'Cause
they
they're sharp.
put in a blood vein or
No,
whatever?
they put an edge on this side, on the back side.
Oh, so it'd be actually like a dagger.
It is a dagger. Look at the way it's cut, or
Ah,
it's shaped,
nice, nice.
you know. So yeah, and they can sew their old man's clothes, cut his hair.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and stab him
Slit
when
his
they
throat
catch
if he
him.
Slit his-
gives you too
whatever.
much guff.
Yeah, slit his throat if you need to, but whatever.
Right.
But yeah, that was kind of a cool little history lesson. It was kind of cool. It's weird.
Sure you want me to have those?
The double-edged scissors. Don't they, Moto? They look murderous.
Now, dude, can you imagine getting that stuck in either with the scissor open or closed? Either way.
Either way, you know.
Oh, dude, you open them before you stick them in and then close them.
Ooh.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Careful,
But it was
Jesse.
interesting. Yeah.
She's getting a little
Giving her eye
excited there. You might get bobbit.
Yeah, no bobbit. Yeah, anywhere, Moto, anywhere. Ouch.
Yeah, no doubt, anywhere.
But it was pretty interesting. Never been to a Renaissance fair before. So after we went to that one, it can get pretty
Vulgar,
good word.
pretty sexual.
Yeah, some of the stuff that was going on. I mean, it's total fantasy. Right?
Topless, whatever those topless ladies were.
Well, I don't know
going
what they were
around,
doing. They were chasing
running and
chickens or
chasing
something.
around chickens and
Yeah,
topless.
yeah, whatever. It was weird. I couldn't. They wouldn't let me record it though. I tried. No.
The pole dancers and yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Didn't know they had pole dancers in the Renaissance period.
Well, they did it this one.
Here, check this out. Check this out. The fair itself. They had 40 acres of campgrounds.
Wow.
Oh, it was huge campground. And the fair was it's a permanent structure. It's a permanent fair there. But they only do it 2 months out of the year, every weekend. It was fun. It was different. No, it's still the same old me. I just got a haircut. Trust me, it's still the same old me. Nothing improved here. Or you. Hey.
Old and unimproved Jesse.
No gold porn tonight.
What do you mean? You guys had treasure porn, relic porn.
But I did try. Oh, here.
Not gold porn. No.
Not gold porn, relic porn. And I found a really cool drink. I know some people, especially down south, have had this before.
Is there a hard cider?
No, it's not.
No, it's very
not.
good.
It's peach cider. Guy makes it down there in Houston.
He's from Ohio.
And he's from Ohio. You know,
Huh.
really good stuff. Well, I'll be talking about this next week even more because it's interesting stories.
Okay.
You know, yeah, that's what's it called? Peach. It's peach cider. Berg's Corner, Texas Hill County, peaches.
Dennis is drinking something like that right now. It's called Twisted Tea Peach. I asked him if it was a hard cider. He said no, Dennis.
No, but it would be really good with other
additives.
Adult beverage mixes. Warmed up. Oh, this stuff is great warmed up. Can you imagine warmed up with maybe some rum or maybe some I
with
don't know.
brandy,
Ooh, brandy, absolutely. Yes.
hot
Mm.
toddies.
Yep. Yeah, the guy runs it through a coffee maker, pours it in the coffee maker and runs it through there, heats it all up. Oh,
Dennis is like, but, peach brandy.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, sure. If you like Jack, sure. Imagine
Yeah.
anything because it's very sweet. I see me being able to use it for cooking also.
Funky cold Medina.
Like I don't know, on breads and stuff. It's very sweet. Yep. Or white Jack or JD gasoline. But I think whatever drink you would make out of it, I think you would want it warm. Because it just tastes really good warm.
Right.
Like what was that thing? A cinnamon drink.
I take it
Yeah,
graveyard.
it's a good old Mad Dog, absolutely.
Ugh.
Mix it with some Moonspire. What the heck?
Oh God, no. No Bones Farm.
No Mad Dog.
No.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. The other thing is I guess every weekend they have a different theme going on. And the theme they had that weekend was what?
With the character that we saw from
Was anime stuff?
anime.
Anime
Yeah.
stuff there. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. Didn't get it all. But and then I find out afterwards that hey, there's Renaissance fairs all over the country, and they seem to be a permanent thing. Pretty interesting. Remind me of back in the 70s during my hippie days, hanging out at the park, and all the same old characters. No,
Didn't you
I
used to
here
party with them in San
well,
Francisco?
I did San
They
Francisco.
didn't hear me. I had my mic muted because
Oh,
I was coughing.
oh.
Um,
As the
he-
story goes, back then there was a guy that lives around the corner from me that I used to buy my weed from. His name was Six Pack, right? But I think it was actually Jerry Garcia because I've seen Jerry Garcia, play in the park, and I'd go over. Go, no, that's not me. That's not me. Okay.
sure. I'm sure it was just weed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I used to watch them. I used to watch Airplane, Santana, Grateful Dead.
Well, that
They
was
would come to the park every weekend and set up their bandstand.
that
And
was the epic center of
right to Haight Ashbury.
music back then, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
Janis Joplin and all those.
Well, that was after she died before I got to see her.
Oh,
I think it was 69, something like around there. Chas, her and Hendrix. I didn't get to see them, but I would see them. They'd come to the park every week, every Sunday, set up and just jam all day. People would show up and jam, and it was fun. Good
that's
time.
cool.
Oh yeah. And I saw Joe Cocker a couple times. That wasn't good. That wasn't good though. Joe Cocker in concert when I saw him was not. It was sad. It was sad. He was such a drunk. He was such a
Motor mining. A friend of mine saw the train tour that went through Canada. He saw Hendrix and Joplin on that.
Oh,
Yeah, I actually missed both Hendrix and Joplin here in Toledo when they were here at the University of Toledo. I was supposed to go, but I think it got too high.
I was supposed to go, but I got too high.
Yeah, 10 years after,
There's a song in there.
and then I got high. Then I got high. Then I got high.
oh yeah, 10 years after Drum Detect. Heck yeah, Elvin Lee. Elvin Lee. Yeah, they were. They still are. But you know, I think I've mentioned this in the past too on here that one of the things that I like watching on YouTube is reaction videos and watching these young 20 and 30-year-olds who've never heard Can Heat or 10 Years After or the Righteous Brothers, listening to them for the first time and just totally flipping out because wow, real music. They don't even like today's music.
Real singing. They didn't have to do
Afro
anything.
Man, because I got high.
That's it. Afro Man.
David Villa says, "Sing it, girl." Madison Maine says she has a great voice.
Well, thank you.
But she's bashful. I'm surprised she's even singing this much.
Terry Curry says, "Yes, awesome voice." Iron Butterfly. A lot of old classic groups being.
I think we got a bunch of old people in this chat room. What do you think?
Well, you know, we got a couple of old hosts, so yeah.
So now we're talking like old folk.
The Guess Who, the Who,
actually,
Bread.
Check out Disturbed's new song. It's awesome in their video on YouTube.
What, they do a cover of another classic?
No,
It's not a cover.
No, this is theirs. Oh yeah, this is theirs. Who would ever think me or I would ever enjoy metal? I never liked metal. I didn't like the screaming, right? But David in Disturbed got a great voice, first of all. Beautiful voice. And he has real good control. And the new song they just put out a couple days ago is awesome. It's on YouTube. Worth the watch. What do you mean speak for myself? What? You saying you're not old? Okay.
Oh, I'm not. I'm laughing at something Madison Maine and Mr. Lodak just said. Our guest, he goes, probably nobody here under 50 here. Mr. Lodak tags Madison Maine. I'm 42. There's always one, he says.
No, I think we have a few youngsters in here.
Yeah.
They're talking. Listen, White Room, and they're talking on classic rock stuff. We know our group, huh? I just
Steppenwolf and Uriah Heep.
James Gang.
So
Yeah.
the new, their new song's really good, huh? I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, we just saw it today, right? Yeah.
Their version of Sound of Silence is a great version.
Oh man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you guys, you old guys here, have not heard Simon and Garfunkel's Sound of Silence, sung by Disturbed, check out the official music video. It is awesome. It'll give you goosebumps, dude.
Depends what Beatles. Anything pre-Yoko. Pre-Yoko is good. Anything after, oh well.
What are you slobbering about?
Okay. In the White Room with black curtains.
Yeah, that's Cream.
Yeah.
I'm 28 and I love all those bands. Throw some Sugarloaf. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
On there or some Head East. My favorite 10 years after. You got buddy.
Good to see you,
Great album.
Mountaineer Michael.
Great album.
Who has seen the wind?
You don't like what, Karen? The Sounds of Silence by Disturbed.
Because his boss plays it once or twice a day.
Yeah, you can hear any song too much and not like it. If you haven't seen the video though, if you have not seen the official video, watch the official video of Disturbed's official video, Sounds of Silence. It'll blow you away. The visuals are awesome.
Hey, Dustin, how you doing, Dutch Boy Adventures? We're kicking back talking. Our guest parted ways, and now we're
Talking about
talking.
music and Earth Radio's trying to get us to talk about movies, holiday movies.
Sorry, I don't do holidays, Ronald. Bah humbug.
Bah humbug.
Bah humbug. You need to look a lot like Christmas. And it sure feels like it outside at 5 in the
Yeah.
morning. Uh, two dudes sitting around. That's right,
Oh,
Graveyard. We're two dudes sitting around and a lady. You know,
right.
there's a lady right behind here.
I'll tell you what, a band that I kind of started listening is really cool. They're called Broken Peach. Broken Peach. They do they do a lot of covers, but they're all in makeup like Halloween costume stuff. But it's what was it? Uh, Check out their song "Tainted Love." Broken Peach. It is cool.
Is it a remix of the 80s Tainted Love?
Yeah. It is. They're doing a cover, but it's their version, and it's really awesome. They're
Hey,
in their
Nick. Nick Molnar and Sonny
Hey, what's up, Nick?
Crockett. Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel was a nice duo, great duo in their time.
Right. In fact, Paul Simon checked out Disturbed's version of their song, and we're just blown away. He was just blown away. He said,
Well,
best.
you know, that has to be like the top compliment when you do a cover. If the original composer goes, that's a great cover of
Yep.
our song, and you owned it. They did it truly in their style, in the Disturbed style, but they still, you know, it was a very good cover of Sound of Silence. Yes.
That's like when Hurt did Stairway to Heaven and Led Zeppelin was there and they
Right.
were crying that she did such a good job. They had tears.
Yeah, Robert Plant
Yes.
had tears
Yes.
coming down his eyes. You ever
Yeah.
seen that? Yeah, I'm just peachy tonight. No, I don't want to play with your toy. Stop. Jeez.
Well, yeah, they both deserve their own special award.
Yeah, the Fickle Finger of Fate award.
Mr. Lodak, Marilyn Manson's Tainted Love is dope. That ain't a bad version.
Sancho Panza and Sonny Crockett. Wish they were together again.
Yeah. There's a lot of good groups you wish they were still around or together.
Well, one thing I noticed by, especially since I've been watching these reaction videos on YouTube and stuff, and these different people, is I come to realize there's probably a ton, and I mean a ton of music that I've never heard, groups that I've never heard. Um, so when you watch these people, you go, how have they not heard, you know, uh, any of these songs that I grew up with? And I bet you there's a lot of songs during my time that I never heard.
Well,
I might
it's
have to.
like you ask a younger kid at work. Okay, you can't no more, Jesse, but I'll talk to a younger kid at work and I'll bring up a band, Aerosmith, and they're like, who?
Yeah.
Or
Right.
The Who. Who?
Uh, who?
Yeah, exactly. The Who. Who?
No, that's a guess who.
No, not Guess Who. The Who. Alice in Chains,
There
great
are
group.
thousands of Moto Mining says there are thousands of '70s bands alone that put out records that never got discovered.
Oh,
I know
wow,
there's
yeah.
on it's not on YouTube, on BitChute. There's a channel there that's called um
Pete Townsend was in The Who, not the Guess Who. Robert Daltrey, Pete Townsend, they were in The Who,
John
not the
Entwistle.
Guess Who. AC/DC.
The channel's called Acid Vault, right? And it's got music from the '60s and '70s, and there's a ton of it on there. I've never even heard of these groups. Some of it sucks. Every once in a while you find a good one, but yeah, for the most part. And that's probably why all those '70 bands that you never heard of, because they sucked. Let's face it.
Oh, it
They
kind of
sucked.
reminds me of a time. This was when I was still living in Washington. Yeah, you know how long oh geez, I'm having a blonde moment. They're a really old band, but
The
they
Beach Boys.
no, they're probably that old, but they got popular in the '90s by by a song. Oh geez, Ed, you retard. Um, I'm having it's right here, but I can't spit out the name. Oh man.
What about the '50s? I like the '50s stuff too. I like oh, let's see.
Uh, 50s. Yeah.
What was the Big Bopper?
Jimmy Dorsey, and yeah.
Oh, that's from the '40s.
Well, yeah, and Glenn Miller
The,
Band.
the Big Bopper, the Everly Brothers,
La La Bamba Dude.
Dean, what's his name? Gotta
Chubby
go.
Checker.
Chubby Checkers, right? Balance.
No, not
Richie
Men at
Ritchie
Work.
Balance. Yep.
They're much older than that.
Jerry
Oh,
Lewis.
God, I can't forget. Because I told the guy, they're not new. They've been around forever. I was listening to these. I heard these guys when I was in my teens. Oh,
Ex Domino. Yes, sir. Eddie Cochran. Yep. Roy Orbison was the very first album or record I ever bought.
you
It
don't want
was
to know the very first album I actually bought.
well,
I'll
no, I
never
bought
get
this
it
is a
out.
45, Ed. This was a 45, sorry.
Let me
It was
see.
Pretty Woman was side A, and
Only the
Only
Lonely.
the Lonely was side B. Roy Orbison still my favorite.
I kind of can hum the song that they got started getting really popular for. Um, something about my religion. Uh,
Not talking about Tom Petty and the Heartbreak.
No, not Tom Petty. Losing My Religion.
I'm almost there. Lillian Whalen, yes. REM.
Lost it. REM, yes. Rapid Eye Movement. This guy I worked with was a younger kid. He's like, have you ever heard these guys? They just came out. They just came out.
Losing My Religion, yep.
And I'm like, REM, they've been around since I was in my teens. They're not new. And he like betted me, and he's like, oh, I bet you. And like, when did REM start?
REM's in what? They're late 70s, early 80s.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Yeah. Yellow, yes.
Oh, Electric Light Orchestra. Yeah, yeah. Chicago.
Boston.
Boston. Yeah. Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old
Foreigner.
MTV. When MTV used to be good, huh?
Yeah, then they started that
MTV.
reality TV stuff and went downhill. Can't even listen to music on MTV.
I actually stopped listening to new music probably the early 80s.
Molly Hatchet, I've seen them live, LA Coliseum. With George Thorogood, Molly Hatchet.
Go lay down.
Go lay down. Go on. Go. You're being a pest now. I saw Ted Nugent when he was with the Amboy Dukes. I saw him at the State Theater here in Toledo.
Oh.
It was a small little venue.
When Rolling Stones is great in concert. I've seen them twice.
So have I.
The CCR, great. I would have loved to see Creedence live.
Didn't see them live. Saw SRV, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
We saw Foghat.
Foghat, yep. And I've seen Eric Clapton a few times, the Stones a couple times, Pink Floyd, California.
I almost went to the
Allman Brothers a couple times. I still love the Allman Brothers. Not a Bon Jovi fan. Led Zeppelin, of course. Grew up. I was 18 when their first album came out.
Otis Redding, sitting on the dock of the bay. Wow, surprised you know that, Mr. Lodak.
Yeah, Foghat had tons of hits. The stuff, just back in there, it's like everybody's songs were hits.
Well, yeah, and like GoPro Unlimited say, well, there's Boston, but you can't forget bands like the Eagles and Journey.
Oh, Eagles! I've seen the Eagles, and then not just
Jefferson Starship, Jefferson Spaceship, Jefferson.
Yeah, I've seen.
I've seen them when they were Jefferson Airplane.
Right.
So.
How many names have Jefferson been through?
3, right? Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship. 2 names. And I met Paul Cantor. Jeff Beck, I've seen Jeff Beck a couple times.
Leonard Skinner, cool. Golden Earring.
The Winters Brothers. I've seen the Winters Brothers. Edgar Ray and Johnny.
Golden Earring, they're pretty much only known for their one
hit wonders, Radar Love.
Radar Love.
Yeah, I saw Pink Floyd when they did when Dark Side of the Moon came out. Awesome concert.
I did I saw Ted Nugent when he was with Damn
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yankees.
Twilight Zone. They also did Twilight Zone. April Wine. Oh my God. Ah, Drum Detect. You know it, man. Beck, Bogart, Apathy. Holy cow! What an album they put out. That is like a top.
Fred,
Top.
yep. Uriah Heep.
Yes, right.
I saw them.
Beck, Bogart,
Oh,
Apathy.
T-Rex. Yeah, there's a good one, Moto. He's the
Dave Mason.
original Top
Dave
Hat
Mason,
Man.
That the song that he was. What was the song Dave Mason was famous for? Classical Gas.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, classic blues.
I saw him too.
Yeah.
What
Saw him
about? I'm not
last concert,
seeing
wasn't
no
it?
one putting up Ian Dury. Iggy Pop, there you go. I presume that's Iggy Pop, right, Moto?
Yeah. Well, I can think of some really obscure ones too that I've seen.
Wendy O.
Dr.
Williams and the
Show.
Plasmatics. When I saw her in Pacific Palisades, I think it was, she got arrested like every other concert she did. Nebo,
Yes,
Soundgarden.
right. Dave Mason, then. What's it? You're right. That was Mason Williams. Dave
Dutch
Mason.
Boy has 20 more subs to reach. If you haven't already, what, to get to 1,000?
To get to 20.
No.
Oh, okay.
Audio Slave, yeah. Heart, yeah, yeah.
You know what? Ohio Relic Hunter. That's it's amazing how that's true for a lot of people because a lot of the people that I watch their reactions have had similar backgrounds. They were either too busy or most of them were actually church. They weren't allowed to listen to some of this music. It was a devil's music.
Yes.
There
was
you
a devil.
go,
So they
Blondie.
were allowed Blondie.
Oh, my dad told me his parents would call Glenn Miller Band devil's music.
Right.
You're listening to that devil music.
The Doors.
Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I saw them too.
Stevie Nicks, heck yeah.
Hey, we
We
saw
saw her too. She was all coked up.
Oh, I believe it. Well,
Yeah,
there,
you
Judas
could see her.
Priest, yeah, yeah.
You
Super
could see her
Tramp,
all
Blue Oyster Cult, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Fear the Reaper. Oh, can't forget Bach. What about Mozart? You know, could you imagine back then? You know, all the kids and girls be going, "Oh, Mozart," and those parents going, "Oh, don't listen to that devil music."
More cowbell, absolutely. Alan Parsons Project.
Yeah.
My grandpa didn't like my brothers playing Dungeons and Dragons because he thought it might be potentially evil summoning. Well,
Yeah,
you
Brian's
never
over
know.
here. Brian's over here naming off weird, you know.
Well, he brought up the Backstreet Boys. That
Yeah,
that
Oh my
almost
God.
that almost deserves a deep and
Hey, thanks, Ray.
that almost deserves taking away his wrench right there.
Yeah. Ugh.
The California Raisins.
Moto Mining.
All right.
Well, I saw Alice Cooper came to Toledo one year
Yeah.
and
We're buffering, no data.
Oh no, yeah, I see it. Buffering real bad.
Oh, boy.
Doing now.
Okay, we're back. We should be back. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me tell you the story about Alice Cooper.
Yeah, let me tell you the story.
Well, you were at the concert, right?
I was at the concert.
You were at the concert.
I was right in the front row when they were doing $1 Million Babies, right?
Uh-huh.
So he comes out, he's got the babies, you know, all bloody and shit. And it
Beep.
well, beep. Anyway, he didn't get through 2 lines of that song, and some idiot out in the audience threw something up, hit one of the guitar players in the eye. They had stopped the show right then and there, and he had to go to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
So that night, and this is before I even met Ruby. She was younger.
Hey, Gary.
That night,
Saw you
that
earlier.
night, yeah, that night, a buddy of mine and I were out at a bar called the Gigolo. We were at this bar, just by ourselves. All of a sudden, here comes this guy, this group of people coming in, and I really didn't know Alice Cooper at that time. He had just, you know, it was new, right? But he come in and all made up in makeup and all these gorgeous women around him and stuff, all made up in this.
That guy
crazy
is like the king of shock rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. You know, and look, I'm just off of work, my first factory job, getting off work, going and having a few drinks with my buddy. You know, we're young, 18, 19 years old. Probably 19. No, I was 18. And here comes this guy dressed up with all this makeup, and as you can tell, I don't wear makeup and stuff like that. You know, I'm not, you know, that way. Then he come and sat down and bitching. I'm never gonna be coming back to this fucking this bleeping city again. I'm never, and you know, he never came back to Toledo until what, a few years ago,
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It's been 50 some years, you know, since he was back.
We were so mad we didn't get our money back, nothing. He just left. That was it.
Yes, Alice Cooper is a dude. He wears lots of makeup.
The grandfather of shock rock, a minister's son.
Yeah, big fan. But
Yeah.
I don't quite remember if he played. I think they were trying to talk him into playing at the.
I didn't even get my $15
Right.
back. Doggone it.
Man.
By that time, I think after they got there, like I said, we didn't really know who they were. But I found out what happened shortly after. Oh man, I don't know if he played or not, but we left and we did our thing. It sounded like the after party. So it might as well be an after party at this point. Huh?
Yeah. After somebody got hurt.
Right.
Why you want to pay money to see somebody to throw crap at?
Yeah, Brad, he's a DJ now. He has
Yeah,
a
he actually is
radio
on Sirius
show.
Radio.
Quiet Riot. Live in Juneau.
Queen. Ruby got to see Queen.
Queen.
I saw Queen, yeah.
Put on a good show for a
Yes.
bunch of queens.
Yeah, big time. Great show. Well, that's nothing new in that industry, is it?
Honey, you go out, go to grandma. Oh, wait, I need to hug my granddaughter. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wait, honey.
Oh yeah, easy, Brad. $15. That would have been back in like '68. That was a lot of money for a band. John Lee Hooker, absolutely. Well, I remember paying $5 to go and see a band. Yeah, I would have loved to see Meatloaf in concert. Definitely. I actually would have liked to have seen Elvis Presley in concert too. I'm not a big Elvis Presley fan, but from the videos and stuff I've seen, he put on one hell of a show. So that would have been
I
cool to
got
watch.
to meet Elvis Presley's band once
Oh, that's close.
at Anaheim. In Anaheim, when I was in junior high, our band teacher took us to meet him. Didn't meet Elvis, but I met his band.
Well, you know, Brad, that's true because we just went and saw Joe Bonamassa in April. What did those tickets cost? 100 and
That was 300 and some
yeah,
dollars
150
for us.
some bucks a
Yeah.
piece.
Their concert tickets are ridiculous.
They
Oh, yeah.
really are.
We've seen ZZ Top a couple times
Oh yeah.
here in Toledo, once in Houston.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing nothing like suicidal tendencies or nothing like that. What's wrong with you guys? The Mormon Tabernacle Choir? Okay, you're being funny.
I'm assuming that was Brian.
No, that was Mr. Lodak.
Oh, Mr. Lodak.
Crocus? Hocus Pocus by Crocus? Oh no, that was by Focus. Wasn't
Right.
it Hocus
Hocus
Pocus
Pocus
by
by
Focus? Bachman Turner Overdrive?
Oh yeah.
Good night, Annie.
Wait, how about the animals? Everybody missed the animals. What the
Oh
heck?
yeah, the animals.
Missed Eric Burt. You don't like Joe, huh? A lot of people don't like Joe. I think Ron doesn't like Joe too. I don't know why. He plays great blues music.
Beach Boys, they're one of the funnest concerts I ever went to out of Beach Town. But what was funny, huh?
I'll go ahead.
Well, I've seen the Beach Boys numerous times. One time I saw them at Costa Mesa Fairgrounds. The crowd was so diverse, young, old, everyone dancing, everyone having a good time. Jan and Dean played with them.
Yeah.
Dick Dale and the Deltones played with them. So it was just a whole surf music line, right?
Right.
Great show. Then, Arco was giving away Beach Boy tickets in the Washington area, and I won tickets there. And boy, that was such a dead concert for a Beach Boys concert. I'm like, dude, I'm so disappointed. But there's a big difference.
They were free.
They were free, exactly. It wasn't people that actually paid to go see him in the right atmosphere, the right crowd.
Right. Yes, Ray. Mark Knopfler. Absolutely. I saw Peter Frampton. In fact, the album Peter Frampton Comes Live, I was backstage at that concert. They did that in Oakland Coliseum. That was awesome.
I happened to meet Peter Frampton at his booth at the NAMM show in Anaheim back in 21. It was before I moved to Ohio.
Yeah, he's bald now.
Oh yeah, he's bald, but he makes a great guitar.
Right. You know who else is bald now? And we saw him back. I've seen him a couple times. Jeff Tall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ian Anderson.
Yeah, Ian Anderson.
Deep Purple, another great one. Doobie Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of bands. Lots and lots of bands back in the 60s and
Grand
70s.
Funk Railroad.
Oh yeah. Joe
I've
Walsh.
I've got a.
Wasn't Joe Walsh with the Eagles though?
He was.
He was.
Yeah. He was also with Grand Funk.
Grand Funk Railroad. Yeah.
Yeah, was it Grand Funk Railroad? He was. I think it was Grand Funk.
Mountain. Now there's the the one Carlos Santana.
Mhm. Yes. Jethro Tull is cool band,
Yeah, he
bouncer.
put
Ian
show.
Anderson made flute playing cool.
Yeah, he
Yep,
did.
yeah, absolutely.
I some great albums Jethro Tull put out. Thick as a Brick and
That was the first album I bought. Benefit by Jethro Tull.
Iron Marvin. Who the hell's that?
No albums from him.
Iron Maiden.
No, Mr. Lodak's saying Iron Marvin.
Uh,
I almost when Ron was in here, but my voice.
Mustn't forget the great Frank Zappa.
Oh yeah, he's the classic. Slayer.
Like he says, he's
Kind
the one that
of
says work is never done until the paperwork. As he sat on
Pantera. Yes, Megadeth. Great group. Soulfly. Corrosion of Conformity.
Weird Al, absolutely. I love Weird Al. He's still doing some stuff. Made the accordion cool.
see,
Yeah,
Ritchie.
Weird
yeah,
Al
no, Ritchie.
Yankovic.
Yeah.
Steve Miller Band. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thin Lizzy.
So many groups in the 70s, 60s, and 70s.
Oh yeah.
And then in the
Free.
80s, started getting into electronics and all the auto-tune,
38 Special.
put the guitars down. I saw Buddy Rich once. That was cool.
Star Castle. If you, Gary from Black Sand says, if you like Yes, find Star Castle. How about Yesterday and Tomorrow, Y&T?
Don't forget about David Bowie.
Oh, David Bowie was one of those like Prince. He was way ahead of his time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Prince with the Rolling Stones at LA Coliseum, and they actually got booed off stage. I never saw so much food go across LA Coliseum in my life. It was like from the back to the stage. And then some idiot hit him with one of the guitar. I don't think it was him. One of the guitar players on the guitar in hand, and Prince was like, "That's it, we're done." Google it, you'll find out. I think it was his debut, but Prince, great musician, well ahead of his time, but opening up for the Stones.
I've got one better, Nebo.
Oh, Dr. Demento.
I've gotten into let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Dead
4
puppies.
big concerts free.
Dead puppies aren't much fun, Mother says.
Yeah, we won tickets to go see the Stones once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Marshall
Gene
Tucker.
Autry and the Blueberry Hill. Gene Autry. Wasn't Gene Autry the one that sang Rudolph? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yep, Gene Autry.
Electric Light Orchestra, yeah. Actually, my son's given me an autographed copy of Hell and Back by Gene Autry.
Cool. I like watching his old movies.
Oh, you made a great Western star.
Oh, hell yeah.
The highest decorated enlisted man in the U.S. military.
What about, what's his name?
Let's say in World War II.
Yeah, World War II. There was, what the hell is his name?
I think Audie Murphy was.
Audie Murphy.
Yeah.
Oh, they did a movie about Audie Murphy. Audie
Yeah.
Murphy did a movie about Audie Murphy.
It's the same as his book, Hellenbach.
Right. Yeah, that's the name of it. Right.
Oh, not Gene, Audie Murphy, not Gene Autry. Damn it, Ed. I was thinking of Audie Murphy, not Gene Autry.
Yeah,
Audie
Audie Murphy was the
Murphy.
one. Yeah.
I'm getting an
Highest
autographed
decorated.
book by Audie Murphy from my
Oh, okay.
son. The Helen to Hellenbach.
Hell yeah, reel it into years.
Geez, first brain fart of the night was with REM, and now confusing Gene Autry with Audie Murphy. What the beep? You know, that's like Roy Rogers' sidekick there, Gene Autry. Wasn't Gene Autry a lot in Roy Rogers films?
No,
Sure.
they were different eras. Roy Rogers was more in the 50s and 60s. Gene Autry was in the 30s and 40s. 40s in the 50s, I believe. No, 30s and 40s, I believe. Yeah. But he was all movies.
Right. He
In the
was the
TV.
singing cowboy.
Yep.
Gene Autry.
I was gonna say the original, but that's not true. There was somebody else before him. Alan Parsons Project.
And the owner of the California Angel.
Pantera.
Pantera's good. Megadeth, Metallica, Merciful
ABBA.
Fate, Alan
Brian.
Parsons Project.
Brian,
Mr. Lodak, what's this Britney Spears crap?
Look at Brian, ABBA.
Steely Dan. Well, they had that one hit, and they were good to look at. They weren't. Oh my God. I think Brian's gay. Brian, are you really gay? It's okay. We'll still love you like a brother.
Here's how we'll find out for sure. Hey, Brian, do you listen to Barbara Streisand?
White Snake, Poison. The Bee Gees.
Oh yes, we got the Bee Gees. Great disco band.
Actually, disco wrecked the Bee Gees. Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The
It
Bee
did.
Gees.
It did. It did. They got into the disco.
Dockin. Yeah.
Ah, look, he's laughing. I busted him.
Oh, he's talking Village People and shit like that.
Yeah.
Mr. Lodak wasn't as good.
Oh, Ray likes Barbara. Well, that answers that question, right? Beach Boys, yes.
Yeah, talk about that. Safaris, Dick Dale and the Deltones. I was the disco king, Ray says.
So Brian
Cyndi
says
Lauper
girls just want to have fun.
Girls just want to have fun. Right. Sorry, my troll side comes out from sometimes.
Right, hey, that's all right,
Mr. Lodak?
Ray, I get it, man. Me too.
Jeff,
for a little while, for a minute.
Wearing your angel flights, you know.
Wear my silver
members only jacket and angel flight pants.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Brewers.
With the silver platform shoes. Heck yeah.
Midnight Oil split. It wasn't Little River Band from Australia.
Brewers prospecting. Hello.
Lips
We're
Ink.
not talking gold and treasure tonight. We're talking musical treasure.
Yeah.
GPU. What's up, Jeff? Brewers Props. I apologize in advance for this content. Oh, yeah, it's
Cyndi Lauper had some good music.
sure.
No, all those guys were after those girls, having and wanting a good time. You know, after all, they just want to have a.
Yeah, I know we will, Brewers. We're home from Texas. Ruby gets to cook turkey and Thanksgiving dinner, and she sits here and dreads it right now, but she loves doing it. Don't you?
Don't
Yeah.
you? You better say yes.
Oh, okay.
Old Madonna,
okay.
maybe, but
No, Madonna's better.
right. She's kind of whack in the head now. The
Oh.
Clash, yes.
Of course, Jimmy.
Of course. Jimi Hendrix is one of my favorite one-hit wonders.
Oh, Sha-na-na.
Sha-na-na.
What
Don't
about
remember
Bob
Sha-na-na.
Marley?
Oh, yeah.
Pretenders, yeah. I
Pat
don't think I've read Bob Marley at all, or Ziggy Marley, or the Runaways, Joan Jett. Lita Ford.
I can't believe I'm not the only person who knows Beck Bogart and Apathy. Holy crap! Nobody.
You're not.
I know. W Texas.
Dire Straits.
The Del Rays. Oh, we forgot about the Supremes.
Don't forget about them.
Oh yeah.
Gladys
Oh, yeah.
Knight and the
Family
Pips.
Stone.
Sly. Yes.
Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, yeah. Box
Yeah,
Tops.
give me a ticket for an airplane, Box Tops.
Okay, who was the guy who sang knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want?
Tony Orlando.
Tony Orlando and Don. It
Right.
wasn't
Or
it?
what? Yeah. What? Yeah, it was. It was Tony Orlando and Don.
Jackson 5. Oh my God.
How about the MC5?
Marvin Gaye.
Oh man, when
If
we
you
were
want to
in
get her
Colorado,
in the right mood along with Barry White,
oh yeah, some good old Marvin Gaye. You should
Conway
see the
Twitty, or
Marvin
Bobby
Gaye.
Capati.
When we were in Colorado, we went to a town called Central City, and in there they have this museum. In the museum, they've got Marvin Gaye's Harley.
Isaac Hayes.
Oh, it was Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes. Okay.
Isaac Hayes.
Marvin
Wrong
Gaye, Isaac Hayes.
Isaac
Yeah.
Hayes.
We'll have to. Anyway,
The gold.
he had a gold-plated motorcycle in there. Holy crap!
Wow.
Oh man, it
Yeah.
was gorgeous.
Sounds like
Okay, we
something
talked about
Elvis
golf.
would have.
Oh yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah.
Ice
Men
House.
at work. Men at work.
The Osmonds. Okay, sorry. Take my wrench. Well,
Here, I'm gonna do one better for you, GPU. Sonny and Cher.
I saw Cher in concert.
hey, I used to watch their show.
I did too.
Uh,
And the Osmond Show too.
Here's one for you, Gold Pro, the Partridge Family.
Oh God, the monkeys.
Hey, for a TV band, I like the Monkees.
Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Ice House.
Captain and Tennille.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Carpenters.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, the Carpenters were pretty good. They were really good
Yeah.
for
Yeah, Lita Ford. Yeah.
Lita Ford, yeah. Okay, we're going that way. How about what we got? Big Mama Thornton.
I already brought
Ella
up
Fitzgerald.
Alabama. Yeah.
I like a lot of the old blues, the old Chicago blues. The old,
BB King.
Yeah, BB King. Love BB King.
Oh yeah, a long time ago, Brian.
Yeah.
If you weren't talking about bands like when we were thinking you were gay for a minute.
I used to watch Liberace show. My parents used to watch it. Liberace.
Liberace.
Yeah, and
The Brady Bunch band.
they had a band.
I'll never get high with Willie again. Never been high with Willie, but I'm sure if I have, I wouldn't.
Picking and grinning, hee haw.
Top Cat.
What's up, Top Cat? We got to talking about
the cast of Hee Haw, they were some amazing country folks.
You ever listen to Roy Clark play guitar? Holy,
he rips.
Man, talk about a awesome guitar player, banjo, guitar.
Oh yeah,
awesome work.
Well-rounded musician. Kid Rock.
Hannah Montana.
Oh.
Get that wrench away from him.
Oh my God, who said Hannah Montana?
Drum Detect out of all people. There goes my wrench. Good night, all.
Justin Bieber. Oh, come on.
Absolutely, Brian. Kid Rock.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac, another great one. Yeah. Mamas and the Papas. Yeah. Yeah.
He was, Ray. He was a legend, Roy Clark. Man. Black broke. That's not a band.
Black Oak, Arkansas.
No, Brokeback Mountain.
I think that's when a couple of cowboys get too friendly. Gary.
That might near
You too, Michael. Take care. Thanks for stopping by.
definitely going.
Violin, mandolin, banjo, guitar, Allman Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, Roy Clark was awesome with that. If you haven't listened to Malagueña version that he does on guitar, awesome.
Well,
awesome.
It's past 10 o'clock.
Yep, we're in overtime.
I need to wake up and get warm.
We stretched this as far as we could.
Right. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Next week is Open Line Tuesday. And
you all are invited to call in and tell us your story.
That's right, and email your treasure porn so we could share it with the rest of the Flash fam.
Walking the streets at Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Are you making a lot of money?
Who be the who?
Who be the who?
Buck Owens.
Oh yeah, Buck Owens and Roy Clark together, man, they were awesome. They were both awesome when they get together and start doing stuff.
I saw Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good show.
Oh, he was awesome. I never realized how tall he was. We went backstage and met him. Never realized his face was so pockmarked. I never you just didn't see that until you got close up to him and you realized.
Right.
Thank you, Terry.
Definitely a different show tonight, Terry.
Right. The Buckaroos.
Yeah, that's Buck Owens and the Buckaroos.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. It's good to be back. Remember, I won't be here Tuesday, the 20th. Show be canceled too. I'll be in Southern California at my mom's last memorial service, which should be standing room only, knowing my mom. And her funeral. Visit my dad's grave and my late brother's grave. But other than that, you know, we got a good lineup of guests coming up in December and January. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. Thank you, Top Cat Brother. All of you, happy Turkey Day. Jesse, Ruby, hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving.
You too.
Yeah.
She acts like she don't want to do this, but dude, I can't even talk her out of doing it. I can't even talk her out of doing any of this. Trust me. I just have to get her in the right mood to enjoy it.
Thank you, David Villa. And hey, I did see the live chat from last Tuesday's show. Thank you, everybody. Ray Rusa, thank you for your posts on Facebook. Randy Scotty Tony, thank you for your Facebook posts. I appreciate it. All of you, until next time, may you always have a flash in your pan.
You know what he's going to say next.
That's right, because it does happen. Maybe one day, too, we'll meet you on the river. Good night, everybody. God bless. Love you all. Have a safe and sane Turkey Day.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Good night.
That's right.
Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Grumpy Jack, good night. GPU, have a good one. Ray, glad you made it in tonight. David Villa, wish you a good one too.
That's right. See y'all.
Bye.
Happy meals for Thanksgiving. Sounds like our household.
5, 4, 3,
Drum
2,
detect.
1.
Gary, Geddes 2. Terry,
Right,
Ray, Brad, all our Aussie friends, all our
Ebo.
Cali friends, all our friends around the world.
Hi, Terry.
Much love, even you, Brian Wilder. Good to see you back safe and sound, Hollywood.
Yeah, Mr. Lolak, another great job as usual.
Yep. See ya.
Gotta have you in here, though. Gotta have you.
Pardon me.
Let's boy, good night.
Yep. Good night. Robert DePatti,
Late.
Heather, Gary Deary. Good night.